Don't go crazy, don't go crazy, don't go crazy, don't go crazy, don't go crazy.
How many times has it been?
Don't go crazy, 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 don't go crazy.
And how many times do we need to do this?
Don't go crazy, 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 don't go crazy.
Does anything even matter? Now, let us go back.
His EEG readings are moving violently.
Increase the barbiturate sedative.
I'm getting changes in sections E4, T4, and the multiple temperance wave.
Displaying pattern with MRI. Administering the receptor inhibitors.
It seems you have difficulty speaking. Well, even though you are flawed, you are fortunate to even be in this shape. Is your memory damaged as well? You must learn what you must accomplish. Do you understand? Head for the bottom floor of the Neuro Tower. That is your mission. There is meaning in you using it.
It all started so simply. Take this gun, go to the tower, and reach the end. That was all that I had to do. But who would have thought that they would overrun me so badly? So much for that.
Administering the receptor inhibitors.
Prolactin decreasing.
Increasing the amount administered.
He died in the consciousness simulation. This one's a failure too.
Administer TER into the ventricle.
It's no use. Let's move on to the next one.
No, wait. Administering quasi-cellular. His spasming is subsiding. It's working.
But someone who would die in the simulation is...
You never know. The future of the real world isn't predefined.
Shouldn't we re-inject some CCK?
There's no need for that. It's too hard to live in this world without some sort of a Baroque. Besides, he's regaining consciousness. Now go wherever you want. This will be your real atonement for your sin.
Of course, that isn't enough to stop us. Not in this game or all the others. It's there to show us our limits, to change our viewpoints, to figure out what we did wrong and how to improve our mistakes. And actually, where the heck is the goddamn tutorial? Alright, at that point they didn't actually bother to explain to us anything yet. How to move, how to throw, how to fight. Heck, I literally threw away my gun multiple times until I figured out how to actually fire it. Not that it helped, since I only had 5 bullets. And I guess this is the perfect moment to show you guys a few of the locals. After all, there is a little town in front of the Neuro Tower that could actually help us. First and foremost, the Sentry Angel, the second angel we have encountered so far, but it doesn't seem like he actually wants us around. Then of course we also have Longneck. He's a bit quirky, headbanging his head if he gets angry, and always hungry for hearts. Next comes Horns. She is always sitting here. I never saw her move from a spot before, or utter any words beside of my own. It's kind of creepy sometimes. Almost as creepy as Bags. She's hanging around like an actual bag, repeating the words of others that you heard at one point, sometimes even from novels. But hey, at least it is possible to talk with her. Now we come to the normal bunch, or at least more normal bunch. First we have the Collector. He's probably our best friend in this world. He keeps our stuff safe from the Great Reset that happens every time we die. The item in his hands are the only thing that we can keep safe around here. Everything else is just gone. Oh, and then we have our Sunshine, the Coffin Man. He takes care of our coffins around here, always ready to help with useful tutorials and our final resting place. Believe it or not, even though he seems rather rude at times, he actually cares a lot about the others in town. Now then, let us finish our tutorial really quickly and be on up.
I can't believe I'm so useless I died in the training dungeon.
Stop that! Okay, yes, I died in the tutorial. But come on, give me some slacks around here. I played on hard mode and those fish actually hit for quite a lot around here. It doesn't help that I don't have a block or roll option either. Anyways, let's go back to the more important stuff, okay?
How's your memory? It seems you have difficulty speaking, but we must consider it fortunate that you are even in this shape. You should have already learned what you must do. You understand, don't you? What you must do? Or do you know what you must do to atone for your sin in the real world? Use it. Do not give it to anyone. There is meaning in you using it.
And with that, we return to the Neuro Tower. Okay. Great. This place has already become 5 times creepier since our last visit. Flying ghost babies that cry for help. A ghost lady called Eliza. How the heck do I even know that? That can literally fly through walls? A priest with a head as a shoulder? Not really sure what is up with them, since I didn't really have a chance to talk to them. Getting chased and all. And actually, during our second visit, I learned a very important lesson. You know, Coffin Man once said,
"Don't think about dodging. Just try attacking the meta beings head on, goddammit."
That's a lie. Throw away all hopes of a fair fight around here. In this tower, there's nothing more important than your cardio and endurance. Keep your feet running if you ever hope to reach the end of it. Also, take a second look on all the items before using them. Don't eat any random stuff. And don't open weird boxes, no matter how tempting the reward might be. Those boxes can actually explode and kill you. Even the balls can kill you. Also, all enemies are relentless. They will follow you throughout the whole floor. And some of them even have access to dash, jump, and range attacks. Use everything possible to stay alive, okay? And I know, at first this might sound like an incredible stupid idea. Even I was questioning my own decision multiple times, the deeper and deeper I got, the more worried I was about the next floor. After all, running won't actually increase my level at all. Won't I end up running into a wall? But believe me, this isn't an actual typical game. Your norms don't apply here. My character is literally talking with his fist, and I can punch pretty much anyone and anything. And look at our healing items. I am forced to eat hearts, flesh, and the bones of my enemies. Being underleveled is literally the least of our worries, okay? Anyways, after many close calls, we reached floor 16 and met a certain someone in an unexpected state.
That's right. This is my state. Due to the blaze. No. Should I say the anger of God. You drove the absolute God insane and caused the blaze. Everything is your fault. Everything is your sin. Now enter the consciousness orb and head to the bottom. The lunatic absolute God is there. Purify her. That is the way to heal your sin. That is the way to save the world. Now enter the consciousness orb and head to the bottom floor. Purify her absolutely with the angelic rifle.
So, the reason why we had to climb this tower was to purify God. A crazy God that ended up twisting the entire world in all beings because of us. But what did we do?
You have no past to control you. I have no pain to control me, so don't get near me. You'll go crazy.
She doesn't even sound angry. But I have to do this.
I wanted to become one with you one more time.
I killed my big brother. I killed you. I killed the world.
That's right. But that is the only way to save this distorted world.
This voice. The Archangel?
Bring the Absolute God's idea Sephira to me.
What for?
So you and I can create the new world.
I don't need a new world.
What?
I don't want things like this. Can I redo the world with this idea, Sephira?
Don't be foolish. You can't create a new world by yourself.
It doesn't need to be a new world. I just want... to restart the world.
What the hell just happened? Why did I do that? Which brother?
Memories of being torn apart time and time again, and countless feelings of regret dwell within me. Is this punishment for committing a sin?
Torn apart? Yep, you saw correctly. This is the end. Actually, we are far from it. Now we know something is wrong with us. We weren't able to talk or remember anything so far, but suddenly he was able to talk all on his own, talking about his brother, and something being torn. He doesn't want an ending like this. He doesn't want a new world. And that was the start of our trouble. Right now, we are stuck. I tried talking to all the villagers, but they weren't really helpful. Hans wasn't able to read anything else from our mind, and the Archangel doesn't have any recollection from the previous events, since he still wants us to go down the tower. So I did the only thing that I can do, and return once again into the tower. This time around, we're going to be a bit more thoroughly. First, I was able to find a child version of myself, and let me tell you, I have no idea why it appeared like a child. But he's always there, after every death, talking about our past. Then I ran into the ghost lady again, but this time around, she asked for our help.
Give me pure water. To give birth, pure water. Pure water for my mother who has gone crazy.
What is that? Pure water to give birth? Huh. Either way, it seems like she has some sort of connection to the god that we need to purify. A few floors lower, I was able to find yet another girl. Her name was Alice, and it seems like we had history together?
You tormented my heart. You don't remember? Oh, God. It was just a game to you? I see. So you were playing? Unbelievable. I'm not suffering anymore, but... Why? Why didn't you hold on?
Okay, this tower's getting weirder and weirder. Oh, and then I also managed to run into an old lady and a boxman. But those two didn't really seem to help me that much. Actually, I think the old lady even tried to kill me. Like, I gave her an item, and she got angry! She threw multiple bones at me! And some of them could have exploded, and oh god. At least, it's possible to avoid her. Not like those new types of enemy. A giant wall mimic with a face blocking the whole corridor and actually forces me to tank some hits for a tiny chance of escape. But of course, the tower has to become tougher after our first clear. It only makes sense, right? Anyways, we reached the end again. I tried shooting her again and nothing changed. So I became a bit curious. What would happen if I don't shoot her? Well, let's just say something unexpected.
I'm here. Who will die? I don't want to die. Then I will die. Brother! Brother, I should have been the one to die. Let me die instead. I'll die so you live. You can have another chance.
Okay, that confirms it. Something is missing. Did at least something change? Okay. Well, that's new. But what are you doing?
What could Longneck be so regretful about? Does it have anything to do with him crying over the cultivating fluid?
Wait, he cries because of cultivation fluid? Where would I even get that? Oh, never mind. I think I know where. Fine, here we go again. That was the first time an NPC asked for a special item that I haven't heard from before, right after a change in the village. Of course, this had to be important, so I went on my long search for the fluid. It took a while. Actually, it brought my death cycle up to 6 times, but finally I was able to find yet another NPC hidden inside of this tower. I didn't really have much time talking to her, since 2 enemies were currently following me, but in her room I was finally able to find the cultivating fluid, which brings me to yet another very important aspect of this game, which nobody is going to explain to you. How do you get an item safely outside of this tower? Clearing is resetting everything. The collector doesn't really enter the tower at all, since it's actually really dangerous. So how do you get your items in his little head? Well, through the very special consciousness orbs, of course. They can take many shapes, sometimes even act as decorative light bulbs, but in actuality, they serve as transportation devices, which allows you to send 1 item per orb to the collector. Yes, you heard me right. 1 item per orb. And there are only a handful of orbs to find, so you better decide carefully which item you actually want to save. Also, never forget, 2 orbs are waiting for you on the final floor. Archangel is literally sitting on top of one. Anyways, time to get out of here. Longneck! I am back and I got the... Wait, what the hell? What happened to you? What about the fluids? No, you've got to be kidding me. I went through all this trouble to find it and now he doesn't even want it anymore? Just what am I supposed to do? At this point, I was devastated. My only lead turned into a plant. I sacrificed an item transfer for this useless fluid, and now I'm back to square one. At this point, I decided to visit Ghost Brother a few times.
We played chess, remember? We'd take a turn whenever one of us woke up. You lived. I died. You lived. Even now, my chest hurts as I remember the days it felt like it was going to collapse. Help me. We understood each other more than anyone else did.
After all, I was kind of getting desperate around here.
Repeating.
I even decided to give Alice another
We
visit.
don't have any memories.
And even she noticed how the world started to repeat itself over and over again, even without her whole memories. Until finally, it happened. Longneck disappeared. He died and left behind his idea Sephiroth. The same thing we also saw from the lunatic god. The essence of his very being. The only message he was able to leave behind was this.
Longneck said, after I'm buried and turned into a crystal, can you show my crystal to everybody? Longneck's idea Sephiroth
It was
is saying,
such an innocent request. Who would have thought it would lead to this? All of my NPCs decide to bury themselves. I even accidentally kill Horns. All of them were mortal so far, so why did she suddenly die like this? And yes, this is a permanent state. Once an NPC dies, it won't return. No matter how many times I reset or blow up the world, I can't revive them. I'm so sorry, Horns. I kind of started to like you. It helped me understand myself a little better. But this isn't all. If I said almost all NPCs, that also included the very rude one from the very start. The angel that was always showing us a way. Now, we can finally return.